Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing really well. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I've never really done anything like this before. As you can tell by the title, this video is going to be about my teeth, what I'm doing to them, what I'm getting them done, why I'm getting it done, and who I'm getting it done with. So for those of you who have been following my channel for quite a while, know that basically my biggest insecurity is my teeth. I have been insecure about my teeth for so many years. I've always wanted to fix them. I used to get bullied about it. I copped a lot of shit on social media because of them. You know, I get called names, especially here on YouTube. But yeah, I've finally gotten the opportunity to get them done. And just to clarify, I'm not fixing my teeth because of like bullying or anybody on social media. It's just something that I've always wanted to do, something that I've always been insecure about. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but with my photos and stuff, I rarely ever smile with my teeth. I just don't like the way it looks. I don't feel comfortable and I don't feel confident. And yeah, so that's basically the reason why I'm getting my teeth done. I'm making it sound like I'm getting so much stuff done, like I'm getting like veneers and all this stuff, but no, I'm really not. What I'm getting done is I'm getting Invisalign. I currently have them in my mouth right now. So Invisalign is basically kind of like a retainer. You know when you get braces and you have to wear a retainer afterwards? It's basically just like that. It's like a clear mouth guard type thing that clicks onto attachments on your teeth. So attachments are pretty much these little lumps that get kind of molded and glued onto your teeth. They don't come off. Those parts are permanent, and you pretty much take this out and clip it in, and those attachments are what pretty much move your teeth. So each aligner is different, so you have to change your aligners every 2 weeks, and each aligner, obviously the movement or like the placement of the attachments on the plastic is a little bit different, so they're kind of pulling your teeth. It is a little bit painful when you change the aligner. I think when you, the first day, second day, usually it hurts a little bit because it's just so tight. But after that, you kind of get used to it. You can't feel it. I changed my aligner last on Tuesday. So now we are Monday the 27th of June. I changed mine last Tuesday. So I don't really feel them in. I'm currently feeling a bit of pain just down here. It's not really like pain, it's just when I pop them out, my teeth are a bit sensitive. I've always had sensitive teeth, so I'm very like sensitive to hot and cold and all that kind of stuff. So this is currently feeling a little bit sensitive at the moment, but it goes away. Like by the time you move on to your next aligner, like that pain is gone and then you kind of start again. But yeah, I'll just pop this out so you guys can see it and like how it pops out. Sometimes like people have like a little metal tool. I think that's something that this can give you, but I don't really need it. I just use my fingers. It's basically what they look like. I'm not going to zoom up on it only because it's got like my spit and stuff and I think it's really disgusting. So this is what it looks like. Up close there's like all these like little attachments on it. I don't know if you can see them on my teeth. I'm going to zoom up so you can see. So I've zoomed up so you can see. I got like attachments here. You can see this one here. Right here. I have to look into the viewfinder, otherwise I don't know what I'm doing. But there's like one here, two here, one here. And yeah, it kind of like goes all around. The furthest one in is back here. I have like a bigger one down here. I have quite a few attachments on the bottom because I think they're what needs to be moved the most. But yeah, so that's what they look like. It doesn't really hurt when you get them put on. Let me just fix this. I think getting them on at the start was a bit awkward because mainly on the bottom aligner, it's like the back plastic of it kind of scrapes against your tongue, and because you're not used to that, you're used to just feeling like your smooth teeth behind it, kind of gets a little bit irritating and it scratches your tongue. But within like the first week you really do get used to it, and yeah, so far so good. I'm on my 4th aligner now, so it's been, I'm hitting the 8-week mark next week, so it's been about 2 months. I have to have my Invisalign for 4 months, no sorry, whoa, definitely not 4 months. I have to have my Invisalign for 9 months, and I think I have maybe 19 aligners I need to get through. I'm on the 4th one now, as I mentioned, and I already see a little bit of a difference. Like I've noticed that these two front ones have kind of come like out a little bit. they're not completely straight yet, but they're just the tiniest bit. I see this one here has come a little bit forward. It's not that noticeable to, like, obviously, like, maybe you guys don't really notice it as much as I do, but because I'm constantly looking at my teeth, it's just something that I'm very anal about. Yeah, it's just something that I'm always looking at. I've noticed a little bit of difference, so I'm really happy with it so far. But yeah, I'm just going to pop this back in, just like this. And you see it kind of like makes that clicking sound. I was very particular about who I wanted to get my teeth done by, who I wanted to fix them. So I was doing research for so long. I've been researching for about 2 years now on where I should go, who can do them, and who would be good at doing what I wanted. I looked into veneers for a really long time, but I just like really thought about it, and I'm like, my teeth aren't that bad. Like, even like my dentist, I got a few x-rays done, and he pretty much told me that my teeth are like in pretty much perfect condition. Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong. I have no fillings, touch wood, because now I know that I said that I'm gonna have a cavity somewhere. But yeah, he pretty much told me that my teeth are in pretty perfect condition, and I really thought about it, and I'm like, if their condition is actually that good, it's just the physical appearance that I want to change, I don't need to cover them up fully. I can just fix the edges and stuff like that. So sorry, I'm getting the flu, it's really bad. But yeah, so I really thought about it, I really looked into it, and I decided that veneers isn't really the option for me. I really wanted straight, beautiful white teeth, but I really wanted them to look natural, and I wanted them to be mine. So I wanted my own teeth. I just wanted them to be straightened out and like fixed properly. So I thought Invisalign was the best option for me. I wasn't really keen on metal braces, although they do work faster and they do get like the job done quicker. I just felt that Invisalign kind of suited me more, and it was something that I really looked into a lot. And yeah, so I decided to go with Invisalign. And I've also decided as well that once my Invisalign treatment is done, along with whitening, I am going to be fixing the edges. I'll be getting my dentist to fix the edges with composite resin, which is a type of veneer, but it's not like porcelain. It's not covering my whole teeth, so he'll just be fixing the edges. But yeah, as I said, I did a lot of research, not only on like the things that I could get done, but I also researched a lot of dentists. I really wanted somebody who really knew their stuff and can give me like really good advice on what I wanted, and I decided to go with Dr. Heidi Hamoud, and he is at St. George's Dental. Probably the best choice I've made. He is such a wonderful person, and I've always had a fear of dentists. Like, I would never go to the dentist because I was just scared. Like, they scared me. I had a bad experience once where I got a filling. It was the most painful thing I'd ever been through, but he actually made me feel very comfortable. He's very lovely, and yeah, so he's the dentist I decided to go with. Just a disclaimer as well, this video is not sponsored in any way. I'm not being paid to promote my dentist or anything. This is all very organic. I approached him, I emailed him, I found him, I think I found the dentist place on Google, but I also saw his work on Instagram, which you guys can check out. It's on the screen here. But yeah, I contacted him, so I'm not being paid for this video. I'm still paying for my Invisalign and all that kind of stuff. So just a disclaimer in case you guys thought that it's like sponsored or anything, it's not. So yeah, I contacted Fetty, and I pretty much told him everything that I just said, you know, that I don't like my teeth, I really want to straighten them out, and he pretty much just said, come in for a consultation, we can discuss it. And yeah, that's what we did. And I went in, I was terrified, I was shaking in my boots. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna go see a dentist. And funny enough, that this dentist appointment was it was a couple months ago, so it was maybe February, March I went to see him, and I haven't been to the dentist maybe 2012. It's been a very long time, so I was shaking in my boots. Like, when I tell you I'm afraid of the dentist, like, I am afraid of the dentist. Dentists and doctors, because they never deliver good news, they're scary. But yeah, I was shaking my boots, and before I sat on the show, I was like, just putting it out there, I'm so terrified right now. And he just laughed. He was just like, relax, in it. It'll be fine. It'll be cool. And yeah, so far so good. I'm really happy. I find now that even though I have Invisalign and I have attachments, and you can obviously see it, it's not completely invisible, I am a little bit more confident to smile my teeth. Like, you know what? I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. It really depends what time of the month it is, because sometimes at a certain time I'm very insecure and I just want to hide in my house and not go anywhere. But then other times I just want to be like, and social and smile and all that kind of stuff. But for the most part, I'm actually a lot more confident now. Even though my teeth aren't where I want them to be yet, I am more confident to smile on that, because I am seeing differences and I am seeing changes, and I'm really, really happy about that. I know you guys all had like a lot of questions about Invisalign and all that kind of stuff, because I did upload a Instagram post quite a while ago asking you guys if you wanted to know anything and anything that you wanted Fatty to answer. And you guys had quite a few questions, so I did sit down with Fatty and we did do a Q&A, which I will insert in the video now. But you're gonna notice that this video was obviously filmed quite a few weeks ago. It was filmed maybe a month ago. I was still blonde and now I'm a brunette. But yeah, I just never got the chance to film this part of the video, but I finally did, and I'm so happy to finally be able to get this video up. So yeah, I think I will end it there. I think I've just talked your ears off so much, so I'm going to stop. I'm going to insert the Q&A here, and I hope you guys enjoy. Hey everyone, so I'm here with my dentist, Dr. Fatty Sassoon, and we're just going to sit here and answer some questions that you guys have. I do have Invisalign, so we're going to answer questions that you guys had about that and talk about what I am having done and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so Heidi contacted us because she really wanted to just align her smile. She wanted to be sort of feeling happy, smiling again. She's such a pretty person. She's got a lot going on, as you all know. But just one thing that was holding her back was her smile. So we talked about it, and the best way for her to go ahead was Invisalign. What is Invisalign? Invisalign is when you want to straighten your teeth, but you don't want to wear traditional braces. You don't want the metal wires and the metal brackets. So you can have something like what the lovely Heidi's got on now, which is a clear aligner. And how many aligners are you going to be going through, Heidi?
I will be going through 19 aligners.
Cool. So every aligner is worn for 2 weeks. At the end of the 2 weeks, you wear the next aligner in the sequence. And then again for 2 weeks, and so on, until Heidi will get through her 38. So you're on number 2 of 38 now?
I am on number 2. I just changed these on Friday.
So you'll keep them on for another 2 weeks,
Correct.
Go on to aligner number 3. The plan is by the last aligner, Heidi will have teeth which are nice and straight. So it'll be 9 months worth.
Yes.
In your case. Yeah, awesome.
Very exciting. I've always wanted straight teeth. So.
Yeah, it'd be great. Did you have a few questions that followers were asking?
Yeah, so I did upload a post on Instagram earlier this morning that, because I know you guys had a lot of questions about Invisalign and what I'm doing and what gets done and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to read them out to Fatty, and then he's just going to answer them.
Yeah, sounds good. What have we got there?
Awesome. So the first question is, how much longer does it take for Invisalign to straighten out teeth compared to braces?
It's a good question. Obviously, it depends on the person. So let's say if you were having traditional braces, the truth is that they'll probably get it done more quickly, because aligners are obviously made of a clear plastic, whereas braces are made of a metal, correct? Mm-hmm. So they tend to move it more quickly. How much longer does it Invisalign take? I'd say about 20% longer in most cases. It's a hard one to answer. But if someone would take 9 months with Invisalign, it'll probably take 6 months with traditional braces.
Awesome. Wonderful. So the next question is, do you have to wear a retainer after completing your Invisalign treatment, just like after having regular braces?
The answer to that is yes, definitely. When we have any type of orthodontic treatment, which means any type of movement of the teeth, straightening of the teeth, you have to have them retained. Otherwise, there is a high chance of them moving back. Yeah.
Awesome. Does Invisalign help to correct overbites?
Yes, it does. So an overbite is when, you can correct an overbite with Invisalign, absolutely. Invisalign has definitely many ways you can have elastics with Invisalign. So the idea is with an overbite, or an overjet, we should explain, is when your top teeth are too deep or too forward compared to the ideal bite. And that can be corrected with Invisalign.
Awesome. Does switching to Invisalign work better for an underbite?
Look, I have to be clear that there are some cases which are not ideal for Invisalign. Severe underbites, severe overbites, really, large differences between your top and lower jaw, really severe creating. It's obviously best to see your dentist or orthodontist and let them guide you as to whether it's suitable for Invisalign.
This is an easy one. Can you sleep with Invisalign?
You have to sleep with
You don't have a choice in that one.
So Invisalign has to be worn all day. You only
22
take it
hours
out.
a day.
You only take it out for eating.
Correct. Which can be a nuisance.
Exactly right. Some people actually end up losing weight on Invisalign.
Oh, that's what I'm hoping for.
Not at all. But yeah, it's just something that you've got to be disciplined. That's the truth.
Yeah.
We wouldn't recommend it for somebody who just doesn't have the discipline to wear it. If they're going to just leave them and not wear them, maybe stick to the traditional braces.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, wearing them has definitely turned me off food a little bit more because it's a bit of a nuisance having to take them out every single time.
Yeah, I understand.
I used to eat nibble so much during the day.
I understand.
But it's stopped me in a good way because I used to nibble on junk food and stuff.
Exactly.
But now not so much.
It does reduce snacking. So yeah.
So another question we've got here is, what if I have finished my Invisalign treatment and I haven't reached my desired result and I want to keep going? What do I do?
Good question. So Invisalign will provide us with a whole series of aligners, and naturally when you get to the end, we hope that everything has gone exactly to plan, but obviously Invisalign does cater for the fact that it might not. So if you get to the end of your treatment, there's something called a refinement, where we will order more aligners to get us over that last sort of correction that we're after, and usually there's no, you don't need to pay for Invisalign all over again to get that.
And you're actually doing it now?
I'm actually waiting for refinement now. So I finished my Invisalign and I went to my colleague who's providing me with the Invisalign and said, I want to just keep going. I want to improve my tooth display. And so we ordered some more aligners and I didn't have to pay for Invisalign all over again. There was a small fee, and that was all.
That's awesome. So you've always got the option of fixing something up or redoing it again. Not redoing it.
In fact, remember we spoke about this in the first consultation. There are two options while you're going with Invisalign. There's something called a mid-course correction, which means halfway through you realise, Fatty, I actually want to change what we said we're going to do. Again, we'd stop, take new measurements and order some more aligners. Again, you wouldn't have to pay for Invisalign all over again in most cases.
Awesome. And
also at the end, you can order some more for refining at the end to perfect the case.
Awesome.
So it's highly likely that you'll end up very happy. Yeah.
Oh,
almost guaranteed.
Definitely. The next question we have is, does Invisalign hurt when you're first starting off using them?
Good question. Anybody who's had braces in the past or anybody who
They'd know this feeling.
They'd know this feeling. I definitely felt that my lower front teeth when I first started on Invisalign were very tender to touch.
Oh, definitely.
I remember going to the first restaurant ordering a steak,
you told the story.
And I was nibbling on it very carefully. But in all honesty, it only lasted for the first few aligners, maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Then I started really getting used to it. How are you feeling? You're only on line 2, so you must feel a little bit sore.
Yeah, I've just switched on to my second aligner, and it feels more tight. It's more like a tight feeling, which I guess is what you're after.
If you've ever had anybody out there who's had braces before, or had a friend who's had braces before, would know that their teeth are always a little bit tender to start with. Definitely. We are moving them after all.
Yeah, so if you're not really feeling any pain, then it's probably not working for you.
I guess you're right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Are there occasions where teeth are removed prior to using Invisalign?
There are occasions, yes. Again, it depends on the plan that is put in front of us.
Yeah.
There are more than one way to correct things like an overjet or an overbite. Sometimes you might need a tooth out, not always.
Or there's the more severe cases, you would say?
Exactly. If the case is severe and we need to gain space, sometimes that is the direction we might have to go down. But there are other more gentle ways, of course.
And the last question that I got was probably the most asked, and that is, how much does Invisalign cost?
It's a question, of course, that's hard to answer. It would depend on the complexity of the case. So somebody who's having a very minor imperfection being corrected would not obviously have the same cost as somebody who's having a very severe imperfection being corrected. You know, both top and bottom jaws and overjet as well as overbite and so on. Easy way to answer it for me would be to give you a range. It does range, perhaps for somebody with a minor 6-month imperfection, maybe 6,000 to 7,000. Somebody who's having treatment for 2 years plus could be up 10,000. Some dentists will charge more than that. But it's important to note that that's done very gradually over a year and more. So monthly cost sometimes ends up being around $500 to $600 a month.
So you just pay a little bit as you go, which is what I'm doing as well.
Exactly.
Awesome. So that is it for this Q&A. Thank you so much to Fatty for being in my video.
Thank you.
And yeah, if you guys want to see another Q&A in the middle of my treatment to see how everything's going, leave a comment down below. We'll also be doing one at the end of my treatment to kind of see like the finished look and to talk about it and answer any more of your questions and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so let me know what you guys want to see. Be sure to follow Fatty's Instagram page. I'll leave it here on the screen. Like and subscribe.
No problem. We do leave a bit of info on there.
Yeah.
So it's great.
So like the video if you enjoyed it, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
See you later.
Can you put your goggles on?
Was that alright?
Yeah, Fatty was talking over you. Put them on, now sit back down.
Amy, I've got to get on next thing.
Needs to do bloopers.
Bloopers is a loser.
With his...
I want bloopers with your things on, it makes you relatable.
Because he's a nerd.
I'll put that paper back.
How about this?
Could you imagine doing your makeup with these things, Amy?
Yeah. Hey Fatty, do Heidi's makeup. Shine the torch in her eye.
Could you imagine dentist does my makeup?
Do it, Fat.
Midway video, I'm going to do a bit of funny.
You should be funny.
Should do my teeth.